so welcome. It is Tuesday, May 11th. We're talking on a Tuesday today because we went with the flow with scheduling. And this is our, I don't know what we call this call, but it's a great call about lots of great stuff. It's about the law of attraction and using it to create whatever you want in your business, in your life, everything. So welcome, Steph. I heard what you said, and that's awesome that you're here for as long as you can be here, because that's what we're about. We're about, you know, getting it done in the stolen moments between carpools and grocery shopping and work and God knows what, everything. All right, so what do you guys want to talk about? I always have a million things to talk about, but tell me what's on your plate today. Throw it at me, something.
I'm just soaking it in, whatever you guys want to talk about.
Soaking it in.
Soaking it in.
Soaking it in. I love it. So the reason I always ask is because I always have so many things to share and teach, and so many ideas. However, I always surrender to the moment. So I always surrender to the moment and what is of the highest good for that moment, for everyone, for all. So there's a misconception out there. All right, hold on. We're going to punctuate and take 1 minute. 1 minute to set your intention and do box breath. Okay. So I'll set my timer. 1 minute, and all you got to do here is let go of everything else and breathe, and just see what pops into your head, if anything. Okay, about what you want for this 25 minutes we have left. Okay, that's 1 minute. All right, so that is a nice way for you guys to practice pre-paving. Okay, so pre-paving what you would like out of any experience, whether Steph, it's going to the supermarket, you know, it can be, and almost always is, just everyday stuff in our life. You can turn that into an incredibly powerful, transformational spiritual experience that will change your life. So you can literally like go into instead of just like barreling into the supermarket like we all almost always do, like, okay, I got to do this, blah, 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 blah. You know, set an intention, take a minute and breathe and set an intention. Like, for a good example is like when you're cleaning out your fridge. So I have 7 people in my family, and we need like a ginormous, like fancy big silver fridge, and we don't have it. We have this like very retro, like white fridge that came with the house. It's just the space isn't big enough, right, for us to put one of those big ass ones. So I got to clean out that fridge pretty frequently. And every time I do, I say, as I'm cleaning it out, instead of other thoughts that could go through one's head, I purposefully, in a disciplined way, say, I'm cleaning out the recesses of my mind. I'm cleaning out clutter and negative thoughts. I'm cleaning out whatever pops into my head. So the idea is, note where your brain is, and if it isn't in a place that feels good, whether you're doing the grocery shopping or picking up the kids or cleaning out the fridge or at work, sitting in traffic, clean that shit up. Right? So everything is vibration. 100%. What you see in front of you, what is unfolding, is 100% because of you. It's not because of me. It's not because of the neighbor or your friend or your mom or your cat. It's because of you, your focus, your thoughts, and your emotions. That's why we always want to first get in alignment. And that's what we did just now. Like we might have been like, ooh, do it. And then here we are, we sit down, we're together, we're excited to be together. And look at me, I forgot for a second. I was like, whoa, we got to do this. I'm learning just like you guys every minute. We're all learning. Till the day we walk off this planet and then walk back on, we are always learning. Always. So, and God bless the person who's not. Bless their heart, because that sucks as far as I'm concerned. So discipline is super important in many ways. So people are like, oh, I want, a fancy car. I want a lot of money, or I want a new relationship, or I want a new marriage. I want, the country club, or I want a baby, or I want all these things, right? What happened? So that's how most people come to law of attraction. That's how most people come. They want that. Most people want money, honestly, which is nothing wrong with that. But what is wrong with that? Do you know what's wrong with that? Do you know why that actually can be the thing that keeps them, that actually shoots them in the foot, keeps them away from the very thing they want? Why? If they come in and they're like, Taylor, I just want more money from law of attraction. Why would that keep it away?
Focus too much on the lack of having it.
Exactly. They're focused on the lack. And what happens when you focus on lack?
You get more lack.
More lack. So one of a favorite quote I like to say is when the universe says, you say, you're having one of those days, right? And you're like, holy shit, what else can go wrong? And the universe goes, here you go. Here's more. Here's more. Here's more. Right. We've all had that day. Many of those days.
I had that day, so you're cheering me up.
Today is that day?
Today,
Awesome.
everything, like the bus, somebody forgetting a lunch, it was just slippery slope downwards. I'm like, I'm going to give myself 10 minutes. You'll pep me back up.
Oh my God, Steph. Perfect.
You ever had those days that like started at 6:30? I'm like, when can this day end? You just got to laugh.
And that's why, and she's a master because she's just got to laugh. Okay. So the person who goes into pity and victim and blaming everybody else, what's going to happen?
It's going to get worse.
It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse and worse and worse. So my best friend, Jackie, her husband, this cracks me up. He'll say, when he's having a day like that, Steph, he'll say, the day is canceled.
I wish it were kind of like, can we reverse? You guys are cheering me up because I'm just like, my head's spinning, everything's going wrong. So I'm like, might as well all go wrong in one day, right?
Right.
So
You can restart right now. You can restart, which is what you're doing on the.
I am. I'm laughing about it.
So she's a master and she doesn't even know it.
I know you are.
Right? And that's why she came into this business.
If you saw my house right now, it looks like a war-torn country.
So she uses all the wrong words over and over again like that, but her energy is at a totally different vibration. So Stephanie, I'm not criticizing you with the wrong words. I was talking about one of my best friends from Newton today, how her whole life, she's Irish and she talks like this, oh, Taylor, oh, everything's gone shit to the fan, oh, but her energy is so high vibe that it overrides all the words, okay? So like she's like the standing living example of just doing my cards, which I love. I love my cards. I do them all the time. Just doing that it's better than reading the news all day, but it's not going to bring you the big ass manifestations that you want. Okay. Because the universe hears what you mean and feel. It doesn't hear what you say. Okay. So when Steph says, you know, all the funny things that she says, she's very lovable, just like my friend Diane. She's very relatable, just like my friend Diane. We're going to teach her, if she's open, to just shift those words a little bit, right? To tell a better feeling story. So then her energy that's already very high vibration, they're going to sync up and she'll skyrocket. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
It does. Okay. Stop me if it ever doesn't make sense. So discipline. So she knew something in her was like, she just left her freaking groceries in the car and she's like, I got to get on that call. So she just got on the call and we cheered her up. Now we're not doing, she's cheering herself up. She's just linked in. She connected with the energy. She's open to it and she's beginning again. So the canvas in the back is your past. The canvas in the front is now. What most people are doing is they're looking at the canvas behind them and they're talking about it, complaining about it, bitching about it, being a victim about it, and plopping all of that on the canvas in front of them and then going, why is nothing changing? Why? Why is nothing changing? Because it's a reality loop. Nothing can change until you change your vibration. There is no magic pill. There isn't. So people come to law of attraction and they go, tell me how to get the stuff or the money or the fame or whatever it is. And I hear it all. Until they take responsibility. I get distracted by Kimmy's these big, huge pink cups. Can you tell? I get, every time she drinks, I'm like looking at the cup. I gotta focus. I gotta focus. I get distracted by pink. So every single time something is unfolding, you can playfully say, huh, look at that. Look at that. Look what I just created. Do I like it? Yes, cool, let's create more. Do I not like it? Not really. Cool, let me start again. Let me go get on a Zoom and so these guys can cheer me up. She's cheering herself up, but we're here with her. Does that make sense? Okay, so discipline. So if somebody comes to me and they're like, yeah, I want to look, this is my new favorite example. I want to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. And they go to the gym once and they come back and they're like, how come I don't look like Arnold Schwarzenegger? So this is what people do with law of attraction. And then they get frustrated and they say it doesn't work. Law of attraction is a lifestyle. Vibration is happening all the time. Okay, so every single person on this call is interested in health and wellness. So there were years ago, when I would go running in Europe, when I graduated from Brown, I was like the only person running. Like nobody was running. They thought I was insane. They're like, why is that girl running? Is like someone chasing her? Like no one was running. Now everyone runs, everyone does yoga, everyone knows about this and that and whatever. You need to tend to your vibration just like you need to tend to what you put in your mouth and what you do for exercise. I would argue it's even more important. More important. Because if you tend to your vibration first, you will do the diet and exercise or the eating well, not diet, without even trying because it just feels good. It doesn't feel good to eat crap. It just doesn't, right? It might in the moment, but later you feel bad and then you're like, all right, I'm not going to do that again or whatever. So does this make sense?
Yeah.
All right. So somebody throw me an example, a real today example of something, and we'll just squash it and nail it and have fun with it. Are you raising your hand or scratching your head?
Scratching my head and thinking.
Oh.
At the same
She's like the
time.
emoji scratching her head.
Um,
All right, if you don't have anything, you know I have tons of data always. Nobody has anything? All right, I have something. Numbers in this business. Who gets triggered by numbers in this business? The wine business. Nobody?
yeah,
You guys are full of shit.
What do you triggered? Like if you see, what do you mean? If you, in a good or a bad way?
You tell me.
No, I was just asking. Yeah. Okay. Then yes.
All right. So when I started in this wine business, I was so excited. I couldn't believe that this thing existed and that people didn't know about it. I maintain, there she is again with the cup distracting me. I
I'm
maintain,
gonna stop drinking it. Is it problematic?
no, it's not, it's my problem. It's not your problem. I gotta focus. So I was so excited. That excitement has not waned. That excitement has skyrocketed. Okay, so what we have is great. It's incredible. When I started, I was not, you guys know this, I was not gonna have a team. I just wanted to tell people about this, right? And then the universe had my higher inner being had other plans, and here you all are, and I couldn't be happier. I love every single one on the team. People who you know, people who you don't know, I love them, all of you equally. So then the company decides to create, because the company's doing so well and they're so awesome, they're like, yeah, let's create this thing that will help people be even more happy. And actually, let's do it on Taylor's birthday. Of course, they didn't think that, but it is on my birthday. Well, now they changed it because of the Jewish holiday, but it was actually on my birthday, the day. So that should be a super fun thing, right? I'm talking about Mexico. Well, it became like the bane of my existence. Like Mexico, right? How does something that's supposed to be fun become torturous? Happens all the time. All the time. Because wherever you go, there you are. And if you don't watch it, you're going to get into lack, because that's your ego and that's your inner critic. So I had to like realize this and go, I'm not looking at the numbers anymore. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just doing this for fun. So I stopped looking at the numbers, and all that fun flooded back, because I was like, you know what? I can't be your leader and expect you to have a non-lack mentality if I'm in lack. You're a reflection of my vibration, period. You're a reflection of your vibration, and my team is a reflection of my vibration. Do you understand that? Okay. So, I mean, I'm just being totally transparent and authentic. I always am. So I was like, yeah, forget it. I'm not looking at those numbers anymore. And I just literally, I always follow highest excitement, and I'm in the vortex, and really at like 4 or maybe 5, 90% of the time. But man, that 10% of the time was dragging me down. And it was always about the numbers, right? Wanting you guys, like wanting it for you guys. I can't do it for you, but wanting you to have what you wanted and success. And that feels, does anyone know what that feels like when you want something for someone and they're not getting it? What does that feel like?
Like a failure,
Frustrating.
Yeah.
frustrated. Yeah.
The drag.
Yeah, it feels stuck. It feels,
A weight.
yeah. I'm losing the word for it, but it's one of the top 3 that people present with me with as in my coaching practice. It's right. 1 is unworthy. 2 is like stuck and powerless, right? I couldn't even remember the words. it's so spiritual. I couldn't remember the words. So when like I want it so bad for you guys, it's like everyone on here is a mom, so I can say this. It's like when you want something for your child so much, but they have to do it for themselves, and it just breaks your heart, right? It's that same kind of feeling, like, but you can't push them. They got to do it themselves. They have to, right? And so I was like, the best way I can help you guys is to just have no lack, like zero lack. Okay. And you might be like, how are you having lack? Like, blah, blah. No, when you focus on anything that's not happening, AKA Mexico, lack. So the magical story I'm going to tell you is I decided that Friday. What's today? Tuesday? Friday. So yesterday I was on Voxer and I saw this list that Melissa posted and I was shocked. I was shocked. I had no idea where my numbers were, anyone's numbers were. And there we were, you know, best team ever, killing it. And I was at number 1. Now, this is not to say, oh my God, I'm so great. This is, well, I am. And so are all of you, Karen Roby. We're all great. But the point is, I wasn't looking at the numbers. I had no idea. And I don't even know I don't even know where those orders came from. I have no memory of them because I was just following excitement the whole time. If I felt like, oh, I should be doing reach outs, but I don't feel like it, I didn't do them. I feel like doing this. I feel like calling this friend. And then I would call that friend and that friend would be like, hey, you're doing the wine. Can I do a tasting for you? Whereas my inner critic would have been like, you should be doing reach outs on text right now. Does that make sense? I love doing reach outs, by the way. I really do. So it's just in that moment, I felt more like calling a friend. Does this make any sense?
Yeah.
So that's a magical real life story from yesterday where I was like, what? And honestly, I haven't looked. So on our back seller, you can look at your team and you can look at all the numbers. And in some ways that was a huge, huge growth for me that I was looking at numbers because I never did with Prana. That was all my handsome husband. And I got shamed and guilted in the internship for not looking at numbers constantly. Like constantly. And I'd be like, I don't care. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then here, because of Mexico, right? This seemingly innocuous thing, I was like, holy shit, I gotta look at these numbers, right? So the lesson in this story, just because you guys didn't have a story, I love when you guys bring stories, but my lesson is I'm learning just like you. I have your back. I am in your corner. So whether we're interacting like this or on text or not at all, I am thinking of every single person on that team. Every single person. The people who are doing numbers, the people who are not doing numbers. They're like in my whole vibration. But you can't get there from there. You can't look at lack and create because you're just going to stay in lack. So I have no idea if I'm going to Mexico, and I honestly don't even care. I don't care. I'm like, whatever, I'm just having fun. And if I don't go and you guys don't go, we'll all go on our own and make a shit ton of money and do it on our own. Who cares? Most important thing is you guys are having fun and you keep that going. And that's what Karen Roby asked last week or on Saturday. I can't remember, but she said, how can I have fun and be excited in my wine business? And honestly, you probably were stuck partially because of me, because my vibration was off because of Mexico. And it's not Mexico's fault. It's me. It's me. It's what I choose to focus on. It's not Mexico. It's not Sarah Shadnick's. She's giving an opportunity. I can choose to focus on it or not. There will always be something in your life that will help you feel like a success. And there will always be something in your life that can help you feel like a failure. Always. There's always someone smarter, richer, healthier, happier in your mind, thinner, younger. That you can't win that game. ever. You can't get there from there ever. So what does it always go back to? 3 things.
Alignment.
Alignment first.
Yeah.
Alignment first. And then once you're in alignment, so it's actually 4 things. So you're in alignment, she's right, alignment. I don't do anything unless I'm in alignment. I would not get on this call out of alignment. If I was out of alignment, I would do what Melissa Scott did last night, which I had so much respect for. She posted something on one of the boxes about, I will not be hosting this so-and-so call because I didn't plan appropriately. I'll do better next time. Hashtag no excuses. That is like amazing, right? No excuses, no shame, total transparency. Boom. Okay, if I were out of alignment, I would cancel this call. I would just be like, I'm not in alignment. Call is canceled. The day is canceled. The day is canceled. So Steph is out doing her groceries. I love it. I was thinking, does she have ice cream in there? What's in her bags? So, okay, we got to stop. But the 3 other things, what are they? You guys, what causes your vibration?
Your thoughts.
Your thoughts do, but what do your thoughts arise from?
Focus.
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 What am I focusing on? Discipline. Discipline. Master your brain and you will master everything. Okay? Focus, thoughts, and then what arises from focus and thoughts?
Feelings, emotions,
That's
vibration.
it. That's it. And that's your vibration. And your vibration goes out and it draws in people, places, and things. So why, and this is the last statement I'm going to say because I started with it, I want to land the plane. Why are some people shooting themselves in the foot by studying law of attraction? Because they're bypassing all that and going straight for, I want a boat. I want a boat. I want a boat. There's nothing wrong with wanting a boat. That's awesome. But you can't get the boat. You can't get there from there. You got to start with alignment, focus, thoughts, feelings. Then the boat will be like here. And if you're thinking about where's the boat's never coming. I'm telling you right now. Ever. The boat will never come if you think about no boat. It's law. So how do you not think about no boat?
Get in alignment, focus.
Focus on something else.
Hmm.
Alignment, then focus. Don't think about the boat. If thinking about the boat makes you excited and you like literally feel it in, you're not coming from lack. You're like, the boat's coming, like that feeling. Think about it. If you think of the boat and you have a drop in your stomach, like I suck, I don't have a boat. Please don't think about the boat. I love talking about boats because I have like absolutely zero desire for a boat.
Me too.
There's nothing in my energy, right? So I'm just like, boat. But a lot of people do want a boat.
Yeah.
What if you're excited to think about it, do it. Think about it. If you feel dread, think about something else or go general. Okay? Go general is like, I'm doing really well. Things are always working out for me. Specifically about the wine business, I have a freaking wine business. How cool is that? I'm in the wine business. That's pretty cool. If I'm at a party, people like that. Not that we've been at parties, but all right. All right, guys, on that note, start booking your virtual tastings. I'm going to stop this recording and I'm going to tell you one quick thing about tastings. Stop.